The former British Prime Minister Tony Blair has told the Leveson inquiry into media ethics that political leaders have to court powerful media barons. He's admitted getting too close to the Murdoch empire, but denied any deals were done to win Rupert Murdoch's support. Europe correspondent Philip Williams reports.
5 years out of office, but ever the politician, as he batted away suggestions he'd made a deal with Rupert Murdoch to support each other's interests.
There was no deal on issues to do with the media with Rupert Murdoch or indeed with anybody else, either express or implied. And to be fair, he never sought such a thing.
There were also questions about a News Corporation conference in 1995 at Hayman Island. On the guest list, the then Prime Minister Paul Keating and a British opposition leader, Tony Blair, who was in Australia on a mission.
I wouldn't have been going, of course, all the way around the world. And I remember I had to go after one Prime Minister's questions and return for the next, if it hadn't been a very deliberate and, again, very strategic decision that I was going to go and try and persuade them. And
Tony Blair was his characteristic unflappable self, even when a protester somehow evaded security and snuck into the inquiry.
He held up the Iraq Bank for $20 billion. He was then paid $6 million every year and still is from JP Morgan 6 months after he left office. The man is a war criminal.
Tony Blair denied the allegation shouted at him, but he admitted he had made a decision when in government not to take on powerful media interests, as it would have drained all the government's energies.
And I felt the price you would pay for that would actually push out a lot of the things I cared more about.
But there were times the former Prime Minister felt he was the target of media vendettas.
With any of these big media groups, you fall out with them and you watch out, because it is literally relentless and unremitting once that happens.
That was not quite the last word. As Tony Blair's car was driven away, it was hit by an egg. The former Prime Minister still has the power to divide. Philip Williams, ABC News, London.